The first season of the Frye Disposal ARCA series brought fireworks, spills, and thrills every single week and ended in storybook fashion. Justin Parham walked away as our champion after Matt Dickerson checked into the Heartbreak Hotel on the final lap. However, he did still manage to win the Rookie of the Year. But now, they all start fresh, and the boys are back in town for Season 2, and it all starts tonight at the iconic Daytona International Speedway. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Royalty Racing Network, everybody. My name is Joshua King, right back here where we were last season with you again all season long, every Tuesday night, and I couldn't be happier to join all of you once again for the wild ride, just like last season. Let's bring up our race details here as we get into this evening's pre-race show. And 70 laps is the distance for this first race of the season. 2 stages tonight. That's special to only super speedways. 20 laps and 40 laps will be the stage breaks, and 1 fast repair. So a lot of stage points out there given away tonight. And of course, everybody wants to get their season started off the right way. Track temperature right now, pretty hot, but it shouldn't matter since we're at a super speedway. 103 degrees Fahrenheit, and Daytona Beach, Florida, the location, just under 2.5 miles for Daytona. 75 degrees is the temperature outside, 78% humidity, partly cloudy, and 15-mile-an-hour winds. If that is a headwind or tailwind, that could make a difference there, especially when a car pulls up beside you. You have that side drafting, could play some tricks with these drivers handling those cars. We'll have to see how that plays out. Going to be a huge field tonight. Let's go trackside here as we take a look at some of the guys returning and some of the new drivers tonight. Here's Vince Brent in the 92, apparently. It's showing as the number 11. But he is in that bad boy off-road Toyota Camry in the 92. And he's pushing the number 40 of Chase Greer in the smacking Chevy Camaro out of Johnsonville, South Carolina. Back with us for another season. Here's Phil Ellis Jr. pulling out on track out of Port Charlotte, Florida, at his home track in the 29 Chevy Camaro there. Got to get some sponsors for Phil. Kenneth Redinger just jumped to the top of the board in the Zaxby's Real Chicken Chevy Camaro in that 99. I think he was in attendance for a couple races last season. Like to say hello to everyone out there in chat. Already see some familiar faces. Zach Steele was with us early tonight. Money's on Dickerson. I'll be all right with that. Matthew, welcome in. Go Walthorn, always a fan favorite. We'll take a look at him here momentarily. And Noah Nelson, another fan of Nicholas Walthorn. Is he on track? We'll bring him to you right now if he is. He's not. Oh, yes, he is. Pulling out there right now, actually. He changed numbers. He's in the 54 instead of the 84. Still rocking the Royalty Racing Network paint job. Appreciate that, Nicholas. Going through the field. 24 guys set to grid right now. We still have 11 minutes till we go. Here's our second quick. Pushing his teammate, Matt Dickerson. That's the 07 of Lauren Vincent out of Salina, Kansas. Whoa, look out, little squirrely. Very nice Garst Media Chevy Camaro paint job there, done by Drafty Beef and Mad Cow Designs. We'll keep moving on through the field. Here's your Rookie of the Year. I'd say defending, but you can only win it once. That's Matt Dickerson out of Ocala, Florida. I know one thing he'd like to do better this year. The only thing is close out that final race and win the first championship. Here's Garrett Walden in the Exalta number 43 Chevy Camaro out of Hendersonville, North Carolina. Once again, a lot of Chevys on the grid. Better mix, though, of Chevys and Fords I see so far. A couple Toyotas sprinkled in. Here's your second Toyota. We already saw Vince Brent. Here's the breast cancer awareness Toyota Camry, number 83 of Ryan Hufford. Out of Schoolcraft, Michigan. See if we can't find any other familiar faces. Here's Matthew Fritz in the M&M Pet Sitting Chevy Camaro. In the 67, another number change. These number changes not only going to throw you guys off a little bit, they're going to throw me off, guys. But race 1 here, about to get going. Please, in the chat, let me know how the volume is. If you feel like my audio is too quiet, we're going to have some drivers here throughout this evening if their audio is too quiet. Not much has changed, but you know how technology is. You can keep it all the same and something will change on its own. So we're going to get rolling here and just kind of go along with the steps. Here's your returning defending champion in the Budweiser Chevy Camaro. That's the number 19 of Justin Parham out of Boiling Springs, South Carolina. Came into that last lap last season, third in the championship, and managed to get by the two guys in front of them and stole it away. Ran a magnificent race. Good to have him back to defend his championship. Here's the 56. Good looking ride here in the Healthcare Billing Incorporated Ford Mustang. That's Walt Lipicki. He races consistently on Wednesday nights. Good to see him out here with us on Tuesdays. Daytona tends to bring out the crowd. Set for 26 guys now. We've had a couple people join in. Here's the 26 of Josh Mueller. Another really nice looking paint job on the 26. Going to take us a couple weeks to get used to the new numbers and the new names. Some of them, of course. Of course, the only new names I see here set to be in the field tonight are not on the track right now. Here's the number 5 of AJ Evangelista. He's back with us in the Clean Air Show Chevy Camaro, and he's currently sits 5th quick in practice. Of course, with the draft, anything can happen. Let's go to our pre-race interview. We're gonna interview the Rookie of the Year from last season, Royalty Motorsports driver, and the number 44 Lucas Oil Royalty Motorsports Chevy Camaro you see on your screen. Let's get him in here. 44, Matt Dickerson, welcome to the broadcast booth once again, sir. How you doing tonight?
Good, buddy.
Good to have you back with us this season. I was just alluding to the fact that you did win that Rookie of the Year. Only one chance at it to win, and you got it done. If there's one thing now, you got that under your belt. What do you have to do in the 44 this season, or what are you looking to do to ultimately walk away a champion at the end of this season?
Well, this season I want to be more consistent. So I was pretty up and down last season, even though I made it, and I definitely want to win a couple more races. I mean, I only got one last year. I'd like to get a couple, or last season, I'd like to get a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good strategy. Lock in earlier, take off some of that stress and burden. However, Matt, you came on extremely strong late in the season. You were kind of hanging around mid-pack, pulled off a couple top 10s. Then you got your win, and that seemed like it propelled you all the way to the end of the season. I mean, it was consistent, top 5s, top 3s, just always there battling. Ended up making it all the way to the championship four, put on a heck of a show in the last of the race. If that carries over, I have to believe you're going to be really good position to repeat your success from last year and put yourself in a good spot to be there at the end once again. Let's talk about tonight, race 1, Daytona. Everything starts from scratch. Everyone knows you come out to Daytona, you start with a great race, it automatically sets you up for success and builds that momentum the rest of the way. What's your what's your strategy coming into tonight to not necessarily only qualify well, but then also put yourself in a position to win right out of the gate here?
So I think my plan, man, hopefully qualify at least in the top 10, if not top 5, and then I want to try to stay up front. I think trying to stay up front and ahead of all the craziness usually works out better for me, and hopefully, avoid all the crazy stuff in the back. So hopefully I can just stay up front and, ride it out to the end, then start making some moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaos, avoiding the chaos is massive at any track. I think that's amplified when we come to Daytona, just because of the sheer amount of chaos that there can be just by one car spinning, getting loose, that type of thing. So we'll be watching you closely there and be crossing our fingers. Let's talk a little bit about the status of the team, Matt. You come in definitely as one of the team leaders. You showed out last season, rookie year, not only in the series but with Royalty Motorsports. You got a couple other strong drivers added into the team this season. What do you think the overall chemistry will be like going into Midway, and do you really feel like you guys have a true opportunity to contend for that team championship this season?
Yeah, I think we for sure do have a chance to get the team championship, and the chemistry I think is pretty good. I mean, we raced with Lauren last season there, and then Warren and Garrett and Sharon I kind of talked to anyways throughout the races last season, and hung out with them after the races, so kind of all buddies already.
Absolutely.
Just joined up on the same team.
Yeah, that builds a lot of chemistry. Kind of pick up some free agents and go from there. So good to hear, man. Well, we're approaching 3 minutes in practice time left. We'll give you a couple minutes to shout out anyone you'd like to thank or shout out, of course, and before we let you get back to focus in here.
Yeah, I want to shout out my teammates in here, and then you for running the team and doing the broadcast. I'm excited to watch it back after, and hopefully we can stay out of the stay out of the accidents. Hopefully I ain't gotta watch that back, but we'll see what happens, man. I'm gonna try to get a win.
That's all you can do at Daytona, man. Just hang on for dear life and see what happens. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for joining us here and taking the time out of your practice to do so. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be talking to you during the race or after the race.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right. Once again, folks, that was the driver, the number 44, Matt Dickerson, as we get him back up there to his teammates. And I want to talk about teams here just a little bit as we close out qualifying. I mentioned the acquisitions by Royalty Motorsports, but it will not come easy. A lot of powerhouse teams in this league on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, but we're focused here on our Wednesday night ARCA Frye Disposal Series. Tank Racing, always strong, always performing. Venom Racing is the big powerhouse. They got Chase Greer over there, Jay Stinson, Joey Hickox, Justin Parham, your champion, Matthew Fritz, of course. So very, very strong. Venom Racing, always hard to contend with and always putting up numbers. Beer Money Racing is with us this season. AJ Evangelista, Brandon Anderson, Ian Davis, Phil Ellis Jr., Vince Brandt, Victor Kress, a lot of big names over there as well. Hufford Racing is returning. Nicholas Walthorn, the fan favorite, and Ryan Hufford in the 83. So it's going to be a tight battle for the team championship, going to be a tight battle for the driver championship, and man, I am looking forward to it. Take a look here at another driver in the Metro Diner GNC Chevy Camaro, and that's Sharon Hill out of Richmond, Virginia, back with us. Only a couple drivers on track now, as we're under a minute to go here, and I want to hear from all of you in the chat. As always, I've seen the Walthorn fans out there already, but who else we got out there? Chat's a little quiet right now in comparison to what we had all last season. Thanks again for joining us. Matthew, thank you for letting me know everything sounded good. I was hoping that everything was sounding and looking good tonight. Here's the guy on the top of the practice board, at least, AJ Evangelista. Last time we checked in with him, he was 5th quick. He now sits 5th quick as we close out the practice. And there you see it. The checkered flag waves on the practice. And as always, bottom right corner, follow along as we get ready to go qualifying here on Royalty Racing Network for the first race of the Frye Disposal ARCA Series right here in the SCSRA. And we'll bring it to you as much as we can. A lot of drivers out there. They're all going to qualify at the same time or roughly the same time. And here we go. Devin Zimmerman first on the speedway. We haven't seen him yet. That's the 36 of Devin Zimmerman, Ford Mustang. Dragonbane number 36. Good looking ride. I love the chrome, man. The chrome, always had a soft spot for it. I know you guys are out there. I want to hear your picks. Come on, 15 people out there so far. I hope we get the type of energy and interaction we had all last season, man. 30 plus every single night. It was absolutely incredible. Looking forward to it. Let's see who else we got out there. Ryan Hufford we took a look at. Zimmerman's coming around to take his green flag. Here's Ryan Gomes back in the Tammy Strong Cat Ford Mustang number 55, so no changes to the 55 of Gomes as he gets going. Josh Mueller we saw. Here's Josh Hall in the 81 Tammy Strong Dev Sports Cards Ford Mustang. Riding right up against that wall as he picks up the speed to take the green flag. Here's Garrett Walden, we saw him. Joey Hickox in the number 3 this season. And Chucky Balance in the number 41 back with us in the 213simware.com Chevy Camaro. And Michael Lepicki in the 46. I think we saw him a little bit earlier. Walt Lepicki. No, that's who we saw earlier. Sorry. 56 and 46. Devin Zimmerman just crossed the line for his first lap. 51.744 will be the first time entered. Derek De Silva in the 16 jumps to the top of the board out of 3 qualifiers. 51.293. Josh Hall second quick on lap 1 for him. 51.725. Chase Greer, top of the board, 51.287. 4 qualifiers, still a ton of people to come in here. Michael Lepicki, 51.745, 6th quick currently out of 6 qualifiers. Matt Dickerson goes 3rd quick on lap 1, 51.521 for Dickerson. Some times coming in now. Justin Parham, 53.438, 10th out of 11 so far. Ryan Gomes goes 11th quick. Devin Zimmerman back to the top of the board on lap 2, 51.230. He'll be the time to beat as lap 2 times come in. 51.260 for Josh Hall, moves up to 2nd quick. All the times going to be extremely close here. Derek De Silva, 51.272. He did improve slightly. He's 3rd quick. Michael Lepicki, top of the board, 51.224. Quickly overtaken by Matt Dickerson, 51.210. Goes to the pole for now. Nicholas Walthorn in the 54 goes 51.321 on lap 1. Justin Parham, quick time, 51.177, and the champ is here. Joey Hickox, really nice lap 2, 51.207, good enough for 2nd quick. Jay Stinson, 3rd quick in the 31, 51.209. That was lap 1, so he's got a good chance to jump to that pole position. Vince Brandt, lap 1, 51.275, good enough for 14th quick. He'll look to move up on lap 2. Still 12 guys yet to put in a time, 11 now. Let's check in with Jay Stinson as he crosses the line. He was slower on lap 2. He'll stay 4th quick. Trey Spears, new name with us, hopefully on a full-time basis. 51.209 goes 4th quick. Warren Kyle Keith in the 9 machine goes 2nd quick in the Coca-Cola Ford Mustang. 51.204 on lap 2 to go to the front row. Trey Spears is done. Sharn Hill is done. He's 11th quick. Qualifying comes to an end. That leaves 8 guys without a lap time. Phil Ellis Jr. Oh, it changed over on me. I apologize. I was going to read them off to you, but we'll get them for you on the grid here. Let's bring it to you. Justin Parham is on the pole. Warren Keith qualified second.